Alright guys, I'm going to show you another neighborhood along one of my favorite streets. I wouldn't call it a neighborhood, it's more like an area, and we're going to start here at the Diego Rivera Museum. If you're ever a tourist here, if you ever come here at one point or another, you're going to end up at the Diego Rivera Museum because it's a place that's filled with Diego Rivera stuff. I mean, he's very well known in this city. So we're gonna walk up Positos, and there are homes here on the street on Positos. Occasionally you'll find the rental, and you'll also find homes for sale, which I have seen. And I want to show you as I cross the little street here that there is a vegan restaurant here for all the vegetarians and vegans. There are vegan options in this city. This one is called Escarola. If you go up there, it's very beautiful inside. And I have to be honest, it's been a while since I was there, because the last time I was there I had a brownie and it was really dry and I didn't like it. So I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian anymore. I used to be one. I used to be a raw vegan and a vegetarian. Raw vegan for a year and vegetarian for 15 years. But you know what ruined it for me? Funny enough, Guanajuato ruined it for me. I had a taco al pastor after being a vegetarian for 15 years, and that was the end of it. From then on, I started eating meat again, unfortunately and fortunately. So, I want to show you more stairs. So if you live in that area behind there, there are homes and apartments for rent and for sale, and these are all, you know, what a lot of these establishments are on this street level is they are the restaurants or estheticians, or they're selling something. They're storefronts, and upstairs is normally residences. So if you one day are looking for a place and you want to live in a place where maybe you want to have a business downstairs and live upstairs, this is one of those streets, because this is a very popular street. And I don't know if you can see and tell because of the lighting, it's a very gloomy day, but it's a very colorful street. It's a very European looking street. I mean, that's actually not fair to say, because this whole city is pretty European, has a European feel. So from time to time I'm just gonna stop and just focus in on a lot of the surroundings. Notice the gas tanks. Oh, that's another thing. There are no gas lines under the city. So gas tanks and propane tanks need to be refilled or carried up to your home. And if you've seen some of the videos that I've done where we walk up, like for example, if you live up there or even higher, guess what? You run out of gas for your stove or for your hot water, for your boiler. If you don't have solar, that needs to be delivered or refilled. And in the next few days, we're gonna have to refill our tank at the house, and I'm gonna show you how our tank is refilled. And you know what the beauty about this area is? You peek in some of these doors and you see that. You see how beautiful it is through some of these doors. And that is the story of Guanajuato. It's like every corner, every single time I walk through these streets, no matter how many times I've walked through these streets, I'm always impressed. I always discover something new. It's pretty crazy. So you see this guy walking towards me, and one of us has to make way because the sidewalk has room for one person. And as you can see from the people walking across the street. So it's a very compact city. You know, you've got your vegetable stand here, and look how pretty this is, by the way. I have to show you. Look at this. This is like picture where they have so many pictures of this building. And this is where Positos breaks off. There's a great coffee shop on that side right there. I haven't been in a while, but they really, really love their coffee and appreciate it. Look at that. How beautiful is that? I'm just gonna take my time filming here for a second and just show you. Look at that. That's gorgeous, right? You've got your pigeons on the street there. There's a coffee shop that I see that I haven't been to right across. Might have to try that at one point. And residences. I don't know if you can hear the sounds of the basilica in the background, but these are the sounds of Guanajuato at around 11 a.m. in the morning. And as you can probably hear, it's not that bad, right? It's just the regular sounds of the city. So as we head towards the end of Positos, we're going to reach another monument that's very historic. Just to give you an idea of the types of stores, you've got a little souvenir shop here with beautiful, beautiful stuff that you can buy and take home. But just on the other side of this corner here is an area or a monument called the Alhóndiga. This monument is very significant to not just Guanajuato, but to Mexico in general, because this is the site where the Spanish would hold and store all of the gold and silver, all of its riches that it stole from Mexico, and where Mexico got it back. And you know who got it back? There's a monument at the very top dedicated to him. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's a little further to the left of that dome, but it is Pipila. That's why he's a national hero. He's the one that broke into this building. As you can see, it's pretty hard to break into this building, but back in the day, there was none of that. It was all wood windows, and that's what the Spanish forgot to reinforce, that wood burns. So I believe Pipila got some fire, threw it in there, burned the Spanish out, and won back Mexico from the Spanish. And if you're a historian and that's inaccurate, well, that's the story that I got, and hopefully I was able to retell it. And I want to show you up ahead, while we're here, that's the Mercado Hidalgo, another historic place. The person who designed that was actually the same person who designed the Eiffel Tower in France. So I want to show you, before we wrap up this video and we carry on and film the next segment, I want to show you the front of Alhóndiga. I'm not a tourist vlogger, so we're not going to go inside of the Alhóndiga. You can probably find a ton of other videos of the inside of Alhóndiga, but it's absolutely beautiful in there. So if you ever find your way here, you've got to find your way to Alhóndiga in the inside, because it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous in there. So this is the front of, or we're heading towards the front of Alhóndiga here, and the end of Positos, and into another area of Guanajuato where you can live. There's so many areas here, and each area has its significance and its specialty, and it all depends on the type of person that you are, how flexible you are, what needs you have, what your preferences are. As someone who's actually lived in at least the very minimum 7 or 8 corners of this city. I can tell you each and every corner of the city has its unique like appeal. And here on this side of town is more rugged. It has a lot more taco stands. It has a lot more nightlife and street life and just a lot more locals, and I love it. They do all of their like events from the Alhóndiga here. As I mean, look how this thing just, you won't miss it when you're in town. I can't find the right words, but whenever there's like an event like Cervantino or any holiday or any festivities, it always takes place here. All the fireworks stems from here. So if you live in this area, prepare to live life. Prepare to just live life. Because that is Guanajuato, and what Guanajuato stands for is living life. And if you're the type of person that requires a little bit of like solitude, quiet, but you still want to live life, there are other neighborhoods for you. But if you want to just get into the city and into local life and just diving right in, this is one of those neighborhoods, or Positos, or Calle Alonso, or somewhere, anywhere in Centro. You're definitely going to experience life in Guanajuato. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.